that I know. They have responsibility.
But sir, EIE Nigeria came out.
For
sir,
human rights.
Sir,
wait, he spoke for
I just
anger.
want to just challenge that point.
In this occasion,
yes,
excuse
sir.
me.
I just
even
want to...
the name, excuse me.
Yes,
you can challenge anything, but you must listen to my point.
I've listened.
No. This is meant to be an engagement.
I wish I'm one of the organizers of the protest. Unfortunately, I'm not. I'll be excited if I was one of the organizers, but I'm just one of the lawyers of the protesters. The body language of the president has not been that of meeting the demands of the protesters. His speech a few days ago did not address the specific demands of protesters.
You want to buy presidential jet, you want to build multi-billionaire home, stop it now. And we have a good and reasonable example from Kenya.
I don't know why it pains me so much in Nigeria that Nigeria government are so dumb. Protest is going on, people are giving their 2 cents. They don't like the way people are buying, they don't like the hunger, they don't like the increase in fuel, they don't like the scarcities of food, the electricity tariff. Do you know, I don't know what they call them. Security agencies are saying that people abroad in diaspora are the ones sponsoring the protest in Nigeria. Are you not trying to tell me that the Nigerians in Nigeria are not hungry, are not feeling the impact of this bad governance? That's okay. Now somebody from abroad will come and say, I'm not going to protest too. I don't really know. I want you guys to watch this particular video.
Regarding the sponsors, the question the gentleman asked, I just want to let you know that some of these sponsors, some of these people who are actually in diaspora, we have a number of them who are actually instigating this mayhem that we're seeing right now. What we've done is we've had them on our watch list, and they've been watch listed. We have them on our radars, and we're making sure that any attempt they make to come into the country will notify the necessary authority. And we're working closely, of course, with the NIA and the DSS, of course, and the NSA's office, so that all those we have in diaspora that are actually trying to subvert the authority of this nation, we are in our radars, we have them watch listed, and any attempt they make to come into the country will be notified, and we'll also know what to do. We'll notify the necessary authority. So in essence, we're also making sure that everyone who is not supposed to come into the country, any person who is of interest in terms of these activities going on right now, we will make sure that as they come in, they are handed over to the necessary authority. Thank you.
When I watched this, I thought, okay, maybe the security agencies, they are dumb. But until I also came across the interview of Adams Oshiomole with Rufai Oseni and Ruben Abati in Arise TV News. I want you guys to watch the video. We'll be right back.
Even that one, I saw people saying, set up a panel to negotiate with people who are in Washington, people who don't know their address. You may know them. I don't know them.
Comrade.
Yes.
This is Rufai.
Yes,
this is Rufai speaking. Rufai speaking. Yes.
Oh, Rufai, how are you?
Very well. Morning, sir. Comrade, let's be truthful in Nigeria, because I see we lack a lot of truth, and that's why our lives are never going to be better as a country. The day we start to speak the truth...
On both sides, yes. Truth is constant. You can't defeat the truth. And that's why I have the courage to speak my mind.
Let me land, comrade. You are saying today that when you people went out for Occupy Nigeria in 2012, the word occupy, you are blaming...
I wasn't part of it.
No, hang on a minute. I'm saying when all these well-meaning Nigerians, including the current president and affiliation with the political party, the APC, went out then protesting against subsidy, you are saying that the word occupy Nigeria doesn't mean to take over Nigeria. You are saying they didn't probably threaten regime change and all of that. Comrade, the truth has to be said that the group that organized this protest is not faceless, except you choose to say you don't know them. You are saying you don't know Deji Adeyanju. You are saying you don't know Yemi Adamolem, which are people that have been frontline, civil society activists in this country. These are people that also made inputs in other protests. They are a valid group. So let's set that side apart first. Let's set apart that side. The second one, you said the president, when he gave his speech, it was a good speech. A lot of Nigerians say no. If you read that speech, apart from the conciliatory part of, yes, I'm sorry about the fact that people died, which a lot of people blame the president, because if he had come out to speak on time, that protest might not have even hold in the first place. But he left it until after people died to come and speak, which was an abdication of responsibility. He now went ahead to rehash promises that we already know. Let me give you empirical facts this morning. As at 2022, Tinubu Silva's target was to get over 5 million CNG cars on the road. President Tinubu promised 1 million CNGs. That's even a backward walk from Tinubu Silva's promise. He said he's going to do 10 million hectares. He said he's going to cultivate 500,000 hectares last year. We have not seen the food. Food inflation is still over 40%. He's celebrating the fact that, okay, we have 9.1 trillion now in revenue earnings, that we earn more compared to last year. But don't forget also the fact you politicians come out to tell us how broke government is. In fact, the deficit is also increasing. He said he's going to do, he's giving over 570 billion to the states. Some of the states came out to say that they've got nothing really. We said we are sharing palliative. People can't feel the impact. So a lot of people say it was just another campaign rhetoric, empty on promises and less on impact. And you said that speech was okay. So my two questions are,
can I reply, sir?
Yes, go ahead, sir. You have the floor.
Your two questions, because you spoke at less, so reduce that to two questions.
Yes. The first question is...
What are your two questions, sir?
The people know, you people know the organizers of the protest. Do not say it was faceless because it's been hijacked by people. And ample intelligence was provided that it was going to be hijacked. What did the government do about it? You people know the organizer of it was not a faceless protest. That's the first question. I'm challenging your initial narrative. And I'm saying the president's speech was flawed. And I've given you empirical facts.
Excuse me, my dear friend Rufai, I hope to see you in the very near future so we can have a tea without or after this session.
And we dance again.
You are entitled to your evaluation. Excuse me, I will dance again. And I have improved even at older age. But you know, one thing you have to agree is that one man's sense of objectivity is another man's idea of objectivity. When people say, I am being factual, as you have claimed, I am being objective. You are objective sometimes only to the extent that you are not aware of your own biases or you are not aware of your own subjectivity. This is fact in social sciences. And to say that one evaluation is standard, any deviant is wrong, is not valid in social sciences. Now, I told you one word. It's not about all those who want the president mentioned, was just to remind people that he has not been sleeping. If he says he will farm, he will have farm and produce all the food in 1 year. If it was that easy to produce the food in 1 year, from Obasanjo's return to school in his first coming as military government, as a military head of state, I saw him with joy as a villager. I saw a president with them, Chief of General Staff, Yaradua, say school to farm program. I remember President Shehu Shagari saying, we want green revolution. All these governments have promised this. This man is only in office for 1 year. He outlined what he's going to do. And Rufai, how long did it take to set up a credible, now highly competitive Arise television? From the day my dear friend conceptualized the idea, and I told him it's impossible. I can reveal to you, I and KK discussed, I said, this man is always into, how is he going to compete with CNN? How is he going to compete with China already established? Today, it's a reality. It's not just in existence. Arise has become an authoritative national network. Between conceptualization and realization, it takes time. It takes huge time. Now, why I say these people are faceless and that they wanted regime change, I listened to all these names you mentioned, plus others. I don't know them. You can't say I know them because you know them. Now, which Nigeria does not know Wole Soyinka? Who didn't know Gani Fayemi of blessed memory? Who doesn't know Femi Falana? You see, the issue of we know some individuals. How much trust do those individuals command in the bar of the average Nigerian? Those people carry speaks in
Do
Kano.
you know Showore?
Those people who I know Showore as a defeated presidential candidate. And when you are defeated in election, you wait for the man who won, you give him time. Showore should know. He had interviewed me in Washington, and I met with him. I like what he was doing. I think he became one of the most authoritative first online, publisher. Sahara Reporters. What you get from Sahara Reporters, I often wonder, how does he get his information? In my view, he was at his best. But once he dragged himself into politics and contest election, he has become a politician. And if you discredit politicians, Rufai, as you often do, you can't pick and choose.
Congress Senator.
So when they cannot be seen as speaking, people will see him as still nursing the grievances, the pain of his defeat.
Congress
So
Senator.
that is not the guy to speak for those people in Kano, for those who throw bomb in Maiduguri, for those who hijack vehicles in this. Number 3, what did you expect a president to do when he is mourning the death of people avoidably? No president will throw ice cream where the nation is under stress.
Senator.
He didn't need to smile unnecessarily because he wasn't addressing.
Senator.
He wasn't. Listen, you have to give me the opportunity, sir. With due respect, he wasn't celebrating October 1st or Democracy Day. He was addressing rioters and protesters that have claimed life. He needed to wear a face of a president that recognized. Did you watch the British Prime Minister? Did you see how he addressed the British people following the riots in Britain? He didn't deny the fact that 3 innocent children shouldn't have been killed. However, that was not a justification for looting and violence. And he said, we will deal firmly with this right-wing Protestants, these extremists. We will deal firmly. We will bring them to justice. I didn't see him saying, Mr. Ice Cream, increase ice cream from Arrows. I distribute to them. No leader. We watch those smokes in different parts of the country. And they come and wear a smile. My children, I'm appealing to you. He told the children, I have listened. I have heard you. That is loaded. Minimum words, maximum wisdom. Now you want him to decree on the heart of it. He said, even if it was lawmaking, can he decree a law? He's not in a position to do so. Now I have listened. What I expected, people like you, Rufai, people like you, Ruben, I saw you say you should have made the address before. Let's face it, play back a lot of your own coverage of the villa, and you will see a different fora. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu says, I understand the unintended consequences of some of the bold decisions I have taken. Now, I had a huge challenge to make between managing the exchange rate to avoid these rent seekers being in business where a central bank governor can make a Ruben. If he likes you, he allocates you $5 million. You become $3 million rich overnight. You don't need to work again.
Mr. Oshiomhole, Dr. Abati needs to come in here.
Wait, and he said, I could have... Wait.
Dr. Abati needs to come because of time. Mr. Oshiomhole, he needs to come in.
For people like me,
Please, he needs to come in here. But at least now, Dr. Abati needs to ask you a question because of time. But at least I'm happy now you now know one of the protester leaders, Showore, so because you said you don't know any of them before. So I'm happy at least you've claimed you know one now. Dr. Abati, please, your question.
I do not recognize the legitimacy of a protest from Washington. I do not. Thank you very much. I watch you every day, and I have the opportunity to engage with you today. You'll be doing a fantastic job. I don't always agree with your views, but that is what makes democracy rich and robust, and we must defend it, the right to differ. Your evaluation with due respect, with profound respect, is wrong. As the Yorubas, my part of the country, Edo people will say, and I think Abiola of blessed memory popularizes, that when you see some birds dancing on the highway, the drummers are not far from the bush. Without those drummers, those birds will not dance. Now, it is not about whether there is hunger. I said so. If the president acknowledges it, who are you and I to deny it? That is not the issue. The issue is the people use what they see as what everybody can feel. And why do you think, Ayo, that President Tinubu resorted to giving state government 570 billion naira to do quick win palliatives. Why has it become suddenly? In my days, I don't know how many times President Obasanjo, when I was NSC president, went to buy rice to distribute to Nigerians. He said, well, I should go and farm, which is the legitimate thing to do. But this government, realizing the pains and so on, has had to resort to these measures in the short run. In the long run, it has to be that we produce what we eat and we eat what we produce. But this cannot be decreed by 10 days protesters. The president has spoken. Why I said it is not legitimate, and I have no question about that. At no time in my protest history did I demand that there should be regime change. If I see politicians try to hijack by their comments and so on, I was always quick to say, look, we are not here to change the policymaker. We are here to, excuse me, Ayo, you have to harass me.
Yes, I just
that's
wanted
the problem.
Because that's the question I asked you. Who asked?
They are faceless. And I said, understand me. No. The point, my summary, you didn't take note of it. And I want to repeat it again.
Please go ahead.
When you have an amorphous group, unknown faces, now you refer to Occupy Nigeria. I saw people like a pastor who had contested for vice president with
Pastor Bakare.
a respected pastor in Lagos. I can't remember
Pastor
his name
Bakare.
readily now.
Pastor Tunde Bakare.
Bakare. Yes. And you will recall when I was in NLC, not only is my face known, we share platform with Professor Wole Soyinka now at 90. I'm happy he's aging gracefully and God will continue to bless him and give him good health. I share platform with Femi Falana. I share platform with Beko Rasomkuti or something like that. One of the Bekos who was very active, a medical doctor.
Yes.
And I remember on one occasion on the front of Alausa, Ganifa Emi collapsed in the course of addressing workers. So these are Nigerians that are known. They have responsibility.
But sir, EIE Nigeria came out.
For
sir,
human rights.
Sir,
wait, he spoke for anger.
I just want to challenge that point.
In this occasion,
yes,
excuse
sir.
me.
I just
even
want to...
the name, excuse me.
Yes.
You
okay.
can challenge anything, but you must listen to my point.
I've listened.
No. This is meant to be an engagement. You know, a question, excuse me, a question cannot be as long as the answer. The answer must be longer than the question. Check yours when you were a student. When they ask you one question, you use pages to answer it. So give me the time, because Nigeria need to understand why a man who lived my background refused to acknowledge that a peaceful protest can be used for regime change. I emphasize regime change because I understand the logic. I led from the front. These people you are mentioning, I don't know them. If I don't know them...
You don't know EIE Nigeria?
I don't know their faces. And I am happy that, listen, excuse me?
You don't know EIE Nigeria? Take it back, Nigeria.
Now, it was a take back Nigeria. I said, who has occupied Nigeria? In fact, this was the one that suggests that people wanted regime change. When they say we want to reclaim Nigeria, I said, is Nigeria currently under foreign authority? Is Tinubu not a Nigerian? The southwest he come from, is it not part of Nigeria? Who is that guy? Who are those groups who wants to reclaim Nigeria for Nigeria? And excuse me, all the names you mention here, I listen attentively. I don't even know if I don't know some of these faces. At no time did they sat on a common platform to say this is who we are. Excuse me, the business of governance is not a tea party. And when I saw people say Tinubu, excuse me, because at the heart of the question by Ruben is, was President Tinubu's response appropriate? I say yes. What was summarized?
Okay, comrade.
I have heard you.
Comrade,
I have listened.
Comrade.
I am open to dialogue.
Comrade.
Even that one, I saw people saying, set up a panel to negotiate. To negotiate with people who are in Washington, people who don't know their address. You may know them.
Okay, you guys have saw this video. I want you guys to also watch this particular video of this man who said that, hey, the hunger way the Nigeria not too much, but the way the Nigerians and the Nigerian government are going about it, him too not to understand. I want you guys to watch it. We'll be right back.
I wish I'm one of the organizers of the protests. Unfortunately, I'm not. I'll be excited if I was one of the organizers, but I'm just one of the lawyers of the protesters. Technically, protests have not been called off. However, There are a lot of discussions going on around and about the protest with the view of ensuring that Nigeria gets the best that it deserves and that, the interest of Nigerians becomes the overriding interest as regards to our beloved nation. It's important to note the appeal of the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces. But however, it's noteworthy as well to say that the body language of the President has not been that of meeting the demands of the protesters. His speech a few days ago did not address the specific demands of protesters. Unfortunately, again today, the DG of the National Orientation Agency, which speaks on behalf, one of the agencies that speaks on behalf of the government, has said that return of fuel subsidy will worsen poverty in the country. And we condemn this statement attributed to the DG of NOA. It is laughable. In fact, return of fuel subsidy, I don't know which return of fuel subsidy is talking about. The Minister of Finance has come out to say that the country pays almost, just today, the country pays almost 1 trillion for fuel subsidy monthly. So what return of fuel subsidy is he talking about? When this government took over power, the government was paying about 300 billion monthly for subsidy. So subsidy is fully back. Just that this one is a renewed hope subsidy, which is also what we are calling Shege subsidy. This Shege subsidy is showing Nigerians a lot of economic hardship on the streets, and we are saying Nigerians at worst, let's return back to the subsidy regime of the Buhari administration, where a liter of petrol was sold for between 167 naira to 200 naira, depending on where you are buying from. And that this will reduce the hardship in the country and the economic friction on the pockets and the homes of Nigerians who are battling to feed and market women who are struggling with skyrocketed prices of goods and services, and that this will positively impact on our economy.
All right, I don't want to explain too much in this video. I just want to compile it so that you guys will watch. So I'll be waiting for you in the comment section. What do you think about what Adams Oshiomole is saying, despite them organizing protests in 2012 against bad governance and against Goodluck Jonathan of the PDP then? But now it is their time. They're saying that people are sabotaging this protest. They're saying that Nigeria don't have sense to protest because it's somebody from abroad telling them to protest. What are your thoughts? I want you guys to tell me in the comment section. Do you think that in Tinubu's speech, post the videos of Tinubu's speech, the first speech, the second speech, what are the meaningful things you can bring out from that speech? I want you guys to tell me. Do you think that this president even mean well for Nigeria? Do you also think that, okay, we Nigerians should just fold our hands and wait in 2027 to vote him out? Do you think your vote will be counted? Now that Adam Oshiomhole is mocking Chiwure, saying that now because of defeat, Chiwure is sponsoring this protest. Why are they trying to force this protest on somebody elsewhere, knowing that, okay, Nigerians have a collective voice saying that we want change in government and end bad governance? But they are saying, you are saying, I want change in government. They say, no, na person from abroad, they tell me. It's really annoying and embarrassing to see Nigerian government being garrulous, confused in this era. But it is what it is. They said you people should give them more years to just hunger wire all of now. Well, we will wait. What we'll do. We're not going to wait till one do now. We'll have to wait and see what they're going to do about all of this. All right, guys. We love you guys. Until we meet again, please stay tuned with Plabi TV. I'll be waiting for you guys in the comment section. If you love us, like this video, comment your thoughts about this video. Above it all, subscribe. If you do, turn on your notification bell so that you wouldn't miss out our official uploads. Until we meet again, peace out. Please subscribe. We are there. Just take me to 100,000. Just remaining 5,000. You guys can make it happen. You guys can make it happen. I love you guys. Without you, there is no me. You guys have done so much for me this period. I'm so much excited and happy to have you guys coming back to watch my content, liking, commenting. If I'm reading your comments, I can just sometimes skip to reply because I'm just to let you know that I saw it. I'm happy to see your comments in my post. I love you guys. Thank you very much for your great support. Until we meet again. Peace out.
Well, both of them are very unfortunate. And to answer you frontally, to ask a question, is there bad governance in Nigeria? I don't think that is in doubt. Every Nigerian agrees on that, and I say it, including the aides of President, Mr. President, who cannot say it in his presence, but they grumble behind him. I say it everywhere. He's my friend, he's my big brother, and if anybody will deceive him, I will remain the only one who will continue to tell him that you are surrounded by liars who are telling you, Nigeria has never been this bad. I'm not an economist. The other day, someone said, because I studied Yoruba, I can't speak about it. The economy is different from economics. The economy is personal, is internal, and it can be external. Economics is textbook. Every time we hear IMF said, according to certain indices, Nigeria today, I don't know, you are a big man, Ruby. Maybe you are not feeling it.
I'm a struggling journalist.
So if you are a struggling journalist, now imagine the ordinary man on the street. And seriously speaking, it is unfortunate. Because, look, I want us to be practical. I don't want to come here and be repeating and rehashing what people say about government is not doing this. I want to say what government should be doing. That's being practical. The reason why I would say this government is failing is because, number one, they've not been able to check the profligacy that goes on in government in Nigeria. So what I would expect President Tinubu to do, and for him to be able to assure the nation that it means well for the nation. It's not about throwing money around. We've decided to give 50,000 naira to 3 million people. 3 million people amongst how many people? Over 200 million. It's a drop in the ocean. So I expect him to say, today, I am merging some of the ministries. As long as you meet the constitutionally required number of ministries, then cut off the rest. Number two, all these SSAs, every day, they are awarding appointments like popcorn. Like popcorn. Every day. You just remember, the daughter of my friend, the son of my former school teacher. You can't run Nigeria the way you run Lagos State. In Lagos, it's just a state, and then maybe because it's a state, a very wealthy one at that, you can afford that. But nationally, the level of poverty in Nigeria does not allow that. Then all this living large, outlandish lifestyle. You want to buy presidential jet, you want to build multi-billionaire home, stop it now. And we have a good and reasonable example from Kenya. When the demonstration started in Kenya, our good friend William Ruto thought it was the usual, they will come out for 2-3 days, we will suppress them. Today is begging for oxygen. And I pray they don't drive these young Nigerians to that level, because the level of desperation is unprecedented in the country. So the president must come out. It's not a question of when I'm traveling, I will reduce my entourage to 20 people. That's nothing. So that is my reaction to that. Profligacy is key. Everything else emanates from that. When they say we don't have money, we don't have money, but they have money for politicians. Chief M.K. Abiola used to say that there is enough for the need of every Nigerian, but there is not enough for the greed of some Nigerians.